What is up, everybody? Welcome to Jamestown. I'm James, and today we're going to go over how to comp a property so you can find the ARV. Let's get into it. So basically, when you're trying to comp a property, you're looking for other properties in the area that it's sold so you can see how much yours will be worth when the cash buyer ends up selling it. So the first thing you need to make sure that you do is look at properties that are updated. If you're looking at properties that are selling for $100,000 but they haven't been updated in 10 years, that's not going to give you an accurate price of what yours is going to be worth once the cash buyer fixes it and gets ready to flip it. You also want to make sure that the property is close in vicinity. And I don't mean a mile away close, I mean in the same neighborhood if you can. And then lastly, you want to make sure they're actually similar properties. You're not comparing brick to wood, you're not comparing a 3-story house to a ranch, etc. But to break this down more, we're going to get behind me, dive into Propstream, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how I run comps to get ARV. Let's get into it. Alright, so now we're in Propstream. Let's go take a look at an ARV of a random property I pulled up. So 1144 Grand Lake Court, Naperville, Illinois. Let's say we talked to this guy. He was a motivated seller, wanted to sell it for $200,000, said it was in, decent but kind of roughed up shape, definitely needs to be updated. And we're trying to figure out the ARV. So when we're on the phone with him, this estimated value right here on Propstream generally is fairly accurate within, 10, 20,000. So when you're just talking to him, you can kind of base your estimated ARV around this number and try to get it under contract for something that makes sense with this number. But after you're off the phone, and if you need to call him back, or if you do get it under contract, you're then going to want to do what I'm about to show you, pull actual comps and do a deep dive into the numbers to get the exact ARV. And if you need to go back and renegotiate the price with him afterwards, you can definitely do that. I've done it before, and I can definitely show you guys how. But when you're on the phone for the initial call, you can just kind of assume that this number right here is going to be pretty close to the ARV for your negotiating purposes. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is go down to the comparables and nearby listings tab. It shows you all the comparables, or comps as they call it in the real estate world, and it'll show you everything that's sold within a half mile in the past year. Now, within a half mile is good and usable, but you can see these outliers right here. Since we have these 4 down in the exact same neighborhood, those are going to be the ones you're going to want to use and go with. All right, so now we go over here, the top 4 listings that sold nearby. So we would click right here on it, hit details, and it'll open up that listing in a new tab of Propstream. Do that for the other 3 properties. Details, open it up in a new tab. Number 3, hit details, open it up in a 3rd tab, and then the last one that's in the same neighborhood, hit details, open it up in a 4th tab. Okay, then we're going to go back up and take all the statistics of our subject property here and put them into an Excel sheet. So you can see we put in the subject property, 1144 Grand Lake Court, built in 95, 2 beds, 2.5 baths, 1,499 square feet. Let's say the seller gave us the info and we assume it's about a 4 out of 10 condition. Then the price, or the ARV, and this price per square foot are both question marks because that's what we're trying to solve for. Okay, so let's go back. We put all our information for the subject property in the Excel sheet. Let's go to the 2nd tab. So this was the first comp, the closest comp to the property. So now we have all of its information here. So let's go and throw all of that into our Excel sheet here, which I already put in. All right, so it's 1108 Vale Court, built in the same year, 3 beds, 2.5 baths, same square feet. So the extra bedroom, I think our subject property has a loft. This one just has a bedroom out of it, but it's the same square feet. It's a 7 out of 10 condition, and it's sold for $250,000. Okay. Now, if we want to get the price per square foot, all we need to do is divide the price by the square feet. So you can do this on a calculator, take $250,000 divided by $14.99, or you can do it in Excel by creating a formula, which you use the equal sign. So you would say equals 250,000 divide slash by the square feet, hit enter. And it automatically does it for you in Excel. It's called making a formula. I use Excel forever, so if you guys need help doing this or you want to learn how, you can reach out to me and I can definitely help you out. Okay, so let's go back to that first comp here on Vale Court. So now, since there's no pictures on Propstream, I would copy the address, open up a tab at Zillow, and then paste them into Zillow so we can try to see what condition it was in. All right, so we paste it into Zillow, open that up. Now it's got all the pictures here. All right, so you can see there's still carpet downstairs. The cabinets are a little old. It's got nicer appliances though. The bathroom looks original. This one has a little tile in it. Vanities are no good. So, you know, it's in decent shape. Obviously, it's sold 250,000, but it is nowhere near all the way, you know, beefed up, which is why I put it at a 7 out of 10. Okay, so let's go to the second comp. Same thing. We get all the information, and we'll go ahead, put it into our Excel sheet. All right, this one built 1 year earlier. 2 beds, 2.5 baths, just like ours, pretty much the same square feet. This one sold for $280,000. Now, if we go back, this one actually has pictures on Propstream, so we don't need to open it up in Zillow. And we can see this one's much nicer. All the carpet's gone out of the downstairs. Fireplace mantle looks much more upgraded. The kitchen still looks the same, which is why this one I put as an 8 out of 10. It's not a 10. You know, it doesn't have, the counters look okay, but the cabinets look original. And you know, moving upstairs, it looks like the bathrooms are much more done, so it's definitely qualifying of an 8 out of 10. The master bedroom bath still looks like it may have some original stuff in it. Yeah, it still doesn't look like it's all the way updated, so that's why it didn't really earn itself a 9 or a 10. So yeah, for that one, we put it at an 8 out of 10, sold for $280,000. All right, let's go check comp number 3. All right, 1215 Denver Court. No pictures on this one, so why don't we head over to Zillow, paste the address in Zillow. All right, so we'll pull this one open on Zillow and we'll take a look at what the pictures give us. So this one sold for $280,000 as well. This one looks really nice. Looks like the vinyl floors, really nice fireplace mantle. The bathroom vanities have now been upgraded. Go upstairs, there's still a little carpet upstairs, but the kitchen looks completely just beautiful. You know, HGTV quality, as I like to say. Pretty close to a 10 out of 10, other than the upstairs looking like it's not completely perfect. So for that one, that was our third comp. Everything very near perfect. So that gets it a 9 out of 10, and it sold for $280,000. And again, it was 2 beds, 2.5 baths, about the same square feet. All right, now let's go to the fourth comp. Again, the exact same neighborhood, still a very strong comp, sold for $257,000. And again, it has pictures on Propstream, so we don't need Zillow. And we just run through. It looks, doesn't have any carpet downstairs, which is good. One of the bathrooms, I think this is the downstairs bathroom, looks pretty nice. Okay, so it actually does still have some carpet in some of the rooms downstairs. The cabinets don't look nearly as nice. The sink appliance kind of outdated. So yeah, this one not really an 8. You know, the upstairs bathroom vanity's not done, so definitely not an 8 or a 9. This is pretty similar to our first comp, I believe it was, that we looked at. So let's put in the information for this one. Comp 4, 2 beds, 2.5 baths, probably a 7 out of 10 again, I would say. So that's what I put it as. And it sold for $257,500. Now we put the formula in here for this one to find the price per square foot. On Excel, you can just drag this down and it'll apply the formula to all the cells. So, or you can just do it on your calculator again, 280,000 divided by 1488. It's just easier if you know how to use Excel. So we drag that down, and now you can see all the price per square foot. Now this is important because we want to figure out our price per square foot of our property, so then we can times it by the square feet and get the price. Because let's say our property was very similar but had an extra 200 square feet, that would affect the price. So let's get the price per square foot. We assume when ours gets fixed up, it's either going to get turned into a 9 or a 10. Nobody's going to fix something up to a 7 unless, you know, they're keeping it as a rental. But if we're looking at a fix and flip, we're going to fix it up to a 9 or a 10. So let's say you could probably guess that if these are 188 and 186, we could probably say we'll fix ours up to probably about 190 per square feet. So let's say it's 190 per square foot. So it's because it's going to be a 9 or a 10, so it's definitely going to be more than all these. It's going to be fixed up at the very tippy top of these, if not more. So then to find the price, we would just take the price per square feet and multiply it by the square feet. So you can do that on a calculator, take 190 times 1499, or again, you can do a formula, so you can just hit equals to pull up formulas, do multiply, and multiply this times this, and boom. So it looks like our projected ARV is 284,000 if not a little more, you know, because again, none of these were complete HGTV quality. So if you wanted to do that to ours, you could probably say ours would be worth closer to 290. And if we go back to our subject property, the estimated value, boom, 290. So this was pretty damn dead on, pretty accurate. And if you had used that as your negotiating tool while you were on your first call with the seller, you would have been perfectly accurate once you ran the numbers, and you wouldn't have had to change it. Now this is also a useful thing to have here, because now when you go find cash buyers later with the deal, you can just take a little snippet of this and you can send it in an email to them. So they can already have the comps there. They can see where you're getting your numbers, and it's gonna make you look more professional. It's gonna make them wanna work with you more, and it's gonna make their job a little bit easier, which is the whole reason people work with wholesalers in the first place. All right, so that's it, guys. And if you want me to maybe make a version of this for you, if you're not good in Excel and you want me to make something that's downloadable that you guys can kind of use, a little quick comp sheet, I can definitely do that for you. Just let me know down in the comments, all right? All right, guys, so that's it. You just saw exactly how I get comps from Propstream. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I will walk you guys through it. It's super easy. Just use my tips, be confident in your numbers, and you'll be fine. You're in Jamestown now. Relax, take some notes, and let's make some fucking money.